throughout social media, allegedly or apparently over a statement that she made in reference to the current state of America. I guess pretty much referencing the war. I haven't really completed the article. I figured I would really go through it with you guys. But, yeah. So now they bash her, saying she's unpatriotic, blah, blah, blah. But let's go. We're going to dive right into it right now. And I'm taking this article from the good old app, News Break. Okay, so here we go. We haven't been this janky for a while. Michelle Obama ignites national outrage after describing the U.S. as a janky version of itself. Ooh, janky. Now, y'all ever saw that movie with Ice Cube and Mike Epps, Janky Promoters? So we all know what janky means. Janky means something ain't right. Something ain't right. What you mean something ain't right? What's not right, Michelle? Let's see. Former First Lady Michelle Obama is facing intense public scrutiny following comments in which she described the current state of the United States as a janky version of the country. The remarks made during a podcast episode co-hosted with her brother, Craig Robinson, have ignited a firestorm across social media, with critics accusing the former First Lady of elitism and anti-American sentiment. Excuse me. All right. Okay. So how all of that? Let me put this back up here. I had moved it out of the way. But all of that, she's being accused of being all of that. Yeah, you can't say nothing about the red, white, and blue, baby. You got to be down for whatever they do. Because anytime you're against whatever they do, it doesn't matter. Even if it includes the bombing of innocent people, women, children, elderly, starvation. You ain't supposed to speak out against it, because if you do, then you are being unpatriotic. Oh, she's not a real American. See, look at that. She's not a real American. This is what we get for making one of them the president. I can hear some of them now. I can just hear their voices in the wind. All right, where we at?
Verse of the day, Psalm 143, verse.
The discussion occurred during an episode featuring comedian Hassan Minhaj. While I could be mispronouncing your name, bruh, I do apologize. It's a misnomer. While analyzing the nation's current political and social climate, Obama suggested that the United States has devolved into an unreliable or janky iteration of itself. I guess that's what it says. I think that's what it says. I don't have on my glasses right now, y'all. Y'all gotta excuse me. The new version doesn't make the old one bad. The new version doesn't make the old one bad. It's necessary for growth, Obama stated during the broadcast. And I think we're in just a janky version. Minhaj concurred with the assessment, prompting Obama to further argue that American citizens have become complacent. She suggested, hey. Excuse me, come on now. Let's think about that for a minute, right? Put this down for a second. Let's think about that for a minute, right? We have kind of become complacent. And I love America just as much as the next American. Well, if you are an American and you live here and you see all the things that go on in other countries, then America right now, even though they messy, let's keep it real. You don't really want to be nowhere else but in America, okay? Because a lot of things that we doing over here and getting away with, okay, people allowed to walk the street and just crazy. You know what I mean? And just doing whatever they want to do. Come on, let's be real. You know what I mean? We got people that stop in the middle of the street out here in certain places and get high. Huh? We got people that stop in the middle of the street out here and have all kind of, like, I'm not going to say sex, but, they do all kind of inappropriate things. Okay? There's a lot of things that are allowed to go on here in America that in other countries they would execute you on the spot for daring to do. So, even with the messiness of this country, of this nation, it is still one of the greatest nations on earth. And that's just a fact. That's just a fact. Now, as far as the privileges, the amenities, the freedoms, that seems to be getting less and less. It seems as though, well, not seems as though, let's not cut corners. We can see and we can feel and we can tell that they are, lessening our privileges and our freedoms. Censorship is at an all-time high. You can't speak out on certain things on social media because if you do, just like what they're doing to Michelle Obama right now, if and when you do, you scrutinize. Ain't that what they doing to her right now? All this woman said was this is a janky version of the country. And come on, I've never seen this country so messy. It's very messy right now. Okay, now I ain't no celebrity. Okay, I'm just myself. Okay, one individual, but I am looking with clear lens. Okay, from where I'm standing. And come on. Things are very messy right now. Very, very messy right now. Okay? We can't just sit back and act like we don't see that. We can't just try to close a blind eye to that. So to come down on her and criticize her like that, yeah, that's not really necessary. I don't think we can, because I don't think that she went overboard with what she said. What she said seemed very mild to me. Let's read this one more time. The new version doesn't make the old one bad. Look, she said the new version doesn't make the old one bad. It's necessary for growth. So that is showing that she is in agreement with some of the changes and the moves that are being made. It's necessary for growth, Obama stated during the broadcast, and I think we're in just a janky version. You get that? Okay, Minhaj concurred with the assessment. He even concurred with it. He agreed, prompting Obama to further argue that, well, then again, he could have just been after her, yeah, girl, I got you, girl. Yeah, go ahead. Do continue. Get more of that story, right? Get her to keep talking, and you know what I'm saying? Okay, so, prompted her to further argue that American citizens have become complacent. She suggested that the nation's muscle of understanding our truth has weakened because people began taking stability for granted. We haven't been this janky for a while, she said. She added. It has weakened because people began taking stability for granted. Well, this is true. I just told you, with all the problems, this is still one of the greatest countries, the greatest country in the world. You wouldn't want to live nowhere else when you look at and see what happens to people in other countries for doing some of the shit that we allowed to do. Okay, so yeah, on certain levels, yes, it is true. Okay, but we have become a very watered down version of those people who lived and walked, or because some of them still do. So let me not say who lived. Let's re-paraphrase that, right? Like that. You act like everybody dead from 20, 30 years ago. My uncles still them, they still alive. Okay, I apologize. But anyway, yeah, we are a very watered down version of Americans that walked, that was out here, standing up and fighting the power 20, 30 years ago. 20, 30 years ago, we didn't have that. Crime wasn't half as weird. 20, 30 years ago, I mean, you had more people out here seeming to stand up. If we go all the way back into the, after the Cold War, people were willing to fight harder to make a more stable home life for themselves and their family. You know what I mean? It seemed like people all around the globe were working hard to, piece back the economy and put things back in place, working together. But now there's like an air of selfishness. It's all over the place. It's all in the air. There's this air of selfishness, for me, gimme. Nobody's wanting to. But I do see it's trying to come back. I see it trying to come back in little increments. There have been incidents where I've gone in and out of stores, or I've been in the store, I've been online, the person in front of me has turned around and offered to pay for everyone behind them's products. So, I've seen things like this. I see people opening up and trying to, do more and give back. And that's a beautiful thing. And I commend all of you out there that are doing things like that. Okay? But, I don't see the togetherness, the camaraderie that I used to see back in the days when I was coming up as a young sister. You know what I'm saying? So on that level, I do see a lot of what she's saying. And she is right. So for everybody to come down on her, but I can already tell you who came down on her. I can tell you right now, I can tell you it ain't nobody of this hue. Okay? It ain't nobody of my hue. Alright? And if it is somebody of my hue, it's probably somebody that has, been abducted, inducted into that club. That has, crossed over, should I say. You understand what I'm saying? They over there now. You know what I mean? They done went from, I'm going to use this analogy and say they've gone from, one house to the other. You get my drift? Like, they no longer over here in this house, okay, with the rest of us. They over there, okay, in that house, okay? So, and it seems as though once people make that crossover to that house, their ideologies change, right? They no longer, thinking on certain levels, right? And they no longer, down with the in crowd. See what I'm saying? It seems like there is an in crowd and there is an out crowd, right? The in crowd wants you to be down with whatever. Whatever America do, whatever atrocities or whatever they do, They can't do no wrong. But we are all able to do wrong. No one is without fault in the world. Okay? I don't care how powerful you are, how big and bad you are. Okay? No one is without fault. Okay? So, yeah, you know. So, did she really say anything all that bad, y'all? Did she? Come on, man. Y'all gotta stop. For real, y'all done turned into a bunch of cupcakes. A bunch of cupcakes. Yes. Just wham, 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 wham about every little thing. Oh, look what she said about us. Look what she said. But look out your window. Is it messy? Be real with yourself. I don't care what team you're playing for. Is it messy? Okay, then. And on that note, I'm going to say, y'all have a wonderful day. Sun is shining. Get out there. Grab you some. Put it on your face. Rub it in like lotion. Till next time, this has been Womanton on Fire. The news you can use. Peace. Till next time.